Are you glad? Like, okay, hang on. But when you were in the 80s, what were the heads from like the 60s talking about? And the 70s?
It's all relative, you know. When you look back, your era was better than the other.
You know, to be fair, we talk about Bombay in Sydney Road. I saw about it one day. My mum caught wind of the conversation, and she goes, "Oh, is that the one on Sydney Road thing?" I go, "Yeah." She goes, "Yeah, me and your dad and our friends, we used to go there."
Yeah, my mum used to go to...
but obviously had a different name. It was exactly the same venue. I think it was called the Copacabana Club or something.
That's in...
dude, I want to go to a place called the
Copa was in Collingwood.
Yeah, that was in Smith Street, Collingwood.
Yeah, hang on. That was close not long ago, was it?
Yeah, it was still going.
I should ask I think, unless it was that one, that name rings a bell to me, but where we used to go at Bombay on Sydney Road, they used to go to that, but it was called something else in the era.
My mum used to go to area down on Sydney, Fitzroy Street. Fitzroy Street.
Fitzroy Street.
Yeah. The area building, that was a club. I explained to her, my mum, she goes, I used to go there. Then she'd go to Ulysses Suvo joint on High Street in Thornbury.
That Ulysses Suvladiko was opened by my cousin.
Yes, it was.
And I can go back to you and I tell you, it was in 1972.
Yeah, the old lady got here in 71 or 73. I can't remember, one of those years. But she said, this is how it came up. I had a mate, as a kid I went to TAFE with, and used to drive from Bandura to Thornbury to get a Ulysses Suvo because it's the best thing you'll ever eat. I happened to be on High Street one day, so I got it. And I got home, I was like, what were you today? I said, I went to do this and that. I ended up going to Ulysses. She goes, that's still there. It was 2005 or something.
Yeah. It only closed.
It wasn't that long ago.
Maybe in the last 10 years?
Yeah.
My favourite club in eating, not because it was the best or anything, it was okay, you know, the old Hollywood Palace, Richmond.
Hollywood Palace? It's at the station where
I think it's called something else now.
What was that? What kind of music what kind of music they play, though?
Oh, mate, 4 o'clock. No, it was a Suvladiko. Talking about we'd go out, right, till God knows what time in the morning, and then coming home, first thing we'd do, because we'd either be in the city or we'd be nearby Chapel Street or something. So we'd just stop at Richmond, Hollywood Palace. It'd be on hang on, burger or something.
So hang on, it's a restaurant called Hollywood Palace.
Yeah,
Hollywood Palace. Sound like a fucking brothel or something. Hollywood Palace.
Well,
like,
it wasn't a restaurant.
Now it's coming out. It's bite before you go in.
It is a food place.
That's what you want to call it.
But it wasn't a tablecloth service restaurant.
Yeah, all right, man.
Suvladiko with a tongue.
Yeah.
They're having a Suvo before they're going into a knock shop.
We've got a gut full of piss, Malaka, and we've had a souvlaki so we can get the piss out, and we're going to end up at the rub and tug. Malaka.
You're not well, man.
You're not a well man.
Going to a restaurant that is apparently not only a fucking restaurant, that is called Hollywood Palace.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, mad.
Is he for real?
Burger place there, not a restaurant.
Is he for real?
Oh, shit.
How many times, and as you know, there was a few functions that we used to have somewhere around Richmond, and we used to end up at the Hollywood Palace.
Yeah, that was still around.
It's still there, man.
It's still, there's a place still there.
Yeah, it's still there.
But,
you know where the corner is?
It's not called Hollywood Palace anymore.
What's it called?
Someone's...
it's where where the corner is, right? Yeah. And you got the bridge right next to it. Yeah. Go under the bridge and it's there.
Which side?
On the same side as the corner. I'm telling you, Matt, because I remember it as Hollywood Palace.
No, it's not that anymore, man.
It's a move.
No. Wasn't it on Swan Street?
Yeah, Swan Street. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Is it this one was in Bridge Road.
Bridge Road.
We're in Bridge Road.
No, I'm talking about the one on Swan Street.
No, Bridge Road.
Oh, what's that one on Swan Street then?
Are you talking the one next to the pub?
It's not far from the pub.
Yeah. That was the one that was just left.
These names, man.
You realise half naming it.
Oh, fucking Greek. Seriously.
No, this was on Bridge Road. Hollywood Palace. Look up.
Dim's like,
just go Hollywood Palace.
You're going to make me go through the whole fucking podcast now and delete
Hollywood Palace Pizza.
No, not pizza.
No, not chop.
I reckon he wants to stick his chop into a souvlaki.
Freudian slip.
181 Bridge Road, Richmond.
That's the one.
Richmond.
Still there.
Yeah, still there.
Yeah, still there.
Are you sure?
Do you know
No,
what
they
I'm thinking
changed
about?
the name.
The one on Swan Street's called Mr. Hollywood Pizza.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the difference. The Bridge Road one is Hollywood Palace. And the one I'm thinking about is Hollywood Pizza. I'm not wrong.
There we go. And there we go.
Darren, you have some memories, don't you? Like someone trying to put the card in. Remember that?
Oh,
God.
this guy here, that never got hammered at all. And my beautiful late wife,
Judge.
she cacked herself laughing.
I remember she told me the
This
story.
particular night, it was one of her fondest memories. We'd gone out,
Yeah.
got a bit fruity,
I got
back to
hammered.
the cars.
I was hammered.
This guy's this guy wanted to pay, the ticket machine for the
Oh, the parking.
Yeah.
exactly, and he's got his
Know
credit
the
card
story,
out,
that's why.
and he's got it jammed in. He's ended up getting it jammed where
So
the
it comes-
paper ticket goes in, and it's stuck. And he's like, what the fuck? And my wife's all over the place. She's just pissing herself laughing.
And then the next morning, I think I saw it. Did we go to the gym the next
It
morning?
might have been a
Yeah.
Friday night. So
Is it
I didn't
Friday
see
night?
the
So
next
okay.
Saturday morning at the gym.
So we go out to the gym because what we used to do, irrespective of what you'd done on the Friday night,
Yeah, you were there.
you were there.
8:30.
8:30, you had to get all the shit out of your system. Anyway, I vividly remember I was waddling up,
Barely walking.
and these two were looking at me, and they were just absolutely in
And
tears.
his missus would be like fucking tapping me. He's like, fucking look at him, fucking look at him. And I'll be like fucking bung-eyed fucking red shot. He would fucking start doing abs. And you see his legs going up like fucking. I can't. He went on his back. He couldn't fucking work out what's going on.
I can't do it. Man, I've trained.
Hardest.
I've trained through injury like you wouldn't believe. I can't do it when I'm hungover.
So the first 10 minutes is absolute torture. Absolute, like, what have I done? You feel sorry for yourself. You just want to sit under a cold shower and like cry, yeah?
That's me every morning.
Yeah. But after the first 10 minutes,
That's just standard.
like something
Swearing
kicks
at the
in,
mirror,
your
yeah.
metabolism kicks in and it just fucking just processes it quicker. By like the time you walk out of that session, you're honestly almost normal, like pre-drunk. Normal.
Yeah,
Almost normal.
Yeah, but
There's still
hang on.
the fact that you haven't slept for a net.
Do you remember how old you were when you started getting hangovers? Because I didn't get them when I was younger, man.
Oh, look, you always don't bullshit me and saying you never
all
got
my
hangovers.
life.
Nah.
You
Dude,
always get hangovers if it
dude,
gets worse.
I'm telling you, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, like those years, never got them.
Look, if you're only having two
You might
fucking
feel- you felt
two
rough.
martinis and like, guys,
dickhead.
I'm drunk.
Are you kidding? Are you actually joking now?
I'm joking.
Malaka.
Don't forget, I was the one who called you the booze hound. I gave you the fucking title.
Yeah.
So calm down.
All right, I'm just saying.
I think I've still got the
I
same
feel like
car.
rat shit. I feel like rat shit because I was I hadn't slept, but the hangovers where the room's spinning
Oh.
and you just want to lie down because you can't be fucked moving. They didn't start till later on, man.
Why do you
you
think
just
we
put-
used to go by Hollywood Palace for some,
You know what
for some good old nutritional,
The sustenance.
greasy burgers and
You know
stuff?
what?
It just helps, you know.
At like 9 o'clock, 9:30 when he wakes up, he presses the play button and he'll hear his, hello, darkness, my old friend.
Dude, you know what? Full circle, the hangover movies and TV was Three Stooges and Lewis
Well,
and
that's
Martin.
a good call. That's a very
I'm telling you.
good call.
What can you watch on a Sunday when you're hungover? It's always going to be something off center. It's never going to be what's on TV. Like if it's TV, you're literally watching the horse racing.
Sunday morning.
You know what I mean?
My favourite.
Yeah, no,
Mate,
serious,
Mate, some, sometimes you might be lucky with some,
You know what? He never answered the question. I just realised now.
Which question?
Which question?
If he's got 20 minutes to drive between his house and someone else's, what would
Oh,
he
yeah,
listen to?
yeah, go.
You said Cousin Ziddy, and then we went right off track.
yeah. Honestly,
What would
what
I
would be your go-to? I need to listen to a couple of tracks just to,
Whatever.
whatever. What's your go-to?
Your car fires up, your phone auto connects, and 4 songs fire.
Hey Siri, play my favourite
Girls,
song.
they want to have fun. Oh, girls.
I told you he's a cross-dresser in life.
Let's get physical.
it.
shit.
No, legit.
It depends. A bit of techno stuff wouldn't be
From the 90s.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
You know,
not too bad. That's Timmy, the old Timmy.
That's his song, man.
Yeah, that.
So it's electronic. Like,
A little bit electronic, but, a little bit of, the 80s stuff.
What's 80s stuff, Buck?
What's your go-to 80s, like, you're like...
Because listen, when we talk about 80s, I've brought this up for years, right? When people remember the 80s, there was a period in the early 2000s when the 80s meant pop fucking junk shit.
Yeah, but there's two... Well, there's probably more.
There's more. The 80s bred so many genres,
but
man.
there's two different types of groups of people, right? And I know because my beloved Vix, she was one of them.
Yeah.
She never went to a lot of clubs in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
She was more later on. So her 80s was more the radio,
That's what I'm
TV
saying.
or whatever. So she would hear, things like Michael Jackson and Cyndi Lauper and all Hall & Oates and all. That was all 80s for her, which I appreciate too.
Yeah.
I know that too. But for me, when I think fondly of 80s, because clubbing then, the club music was pretty exclusive to the clubs.
Yeah, like many.
Hardly anything crossed over to the top 40 and all that, right?
Energy and Do You Want to Funk and all that sort of stuff.
That were in the exclusive club music, that people who, if they never went to clubs, they'd go,
What's this?
Who the fuck is Sylvester? Who the fuck is Lime? Who the fuck is, they wouldn't know who they were. So, and I even noticed that when I used to do, when I was dabbling with DJing, right, I'd play some, some parties and I'd go, we're going to do some 80s stuff. And I'd play the club music, that we'd know. And he'd be like, oh, what a track, Mel Stripper and all that, whatever, right?
This guy smashed.
And some of the friends that I knew, they'd be like, oh, yeah, fuck, I remember that, whatever. But then you got the other group who never experienced the club music.
What the fuck is
like,
that?
As if they've never heard this music. They're like, oh, it sounds right, but what's that? Where is
when
it?
I think of 80s...
You see what I'm getting at?
Get another one of these little fucking tunes, man.
Whereas now... You don't really see that because, I'm sure there's still some exclusive club music, but a lot of it...
That's a good point.
The radio music now, we've got exposure to a lot more
genres.
Stuff on the radio, Whereas back in that era, top 40 was top 40. It was exclusive, and club music was separate,
See, because when I think of the 80s, music anyway...
So that's what I remember.
I think of like there's distinct lines, yeah? So you got all the poppy shit, right? Like the Kylie Minogue spec sounding stuff, right? Cyndi Lauper and all that. Then you've got the stuff that sounds like it's on the Scarface soundtrack, right? Giorgio Moroder,
Yeah, man. Great stuff, by the way.
That sort of shit, right? Yeah. Then I think of like all the glam and Gunners and all the Poisons and pure Poison.
You're like hard synth style. You love the synth stuff.
Pure Motley Crue Poison, like full glam shit. Then I think of like Maiden and all those bands because that was 80s. And then lastly, I think of like Lionel Richie, Michael Jackson, and then all the electro pop shit. So like Roger Troutman, Zapp and Roger, Prince, all that stuff,
which
man.
is all the top 40 stuff. That's
Gap
it.
Band,
They weren't really top 40, those guys.
Yeah.
Prince.
Yeah. Are you kidding?
You serious?
Well, they don't have to be number one. They were top 40. That was the whole point.
Yeah. That's what I think of. But I hate it when people pigeonhole it to being like Cyndi Lauper, man, and that's it.
And that's a really good point. You come back to what would you listen?
Yeah.
My music is diverse.
Sorry,
Cyndi,
I just want to see him laugh.
Cyndi Lauper.
Red again, man.
You're an idiot.
Go, Jude.
You're an idiot. Male stripper.
I didn't say anything.
Male stripper.
This male stripper, man.
Don't even. Do not go there, dickhead. Unfortunately, the unfortunate bit in this connected world of this era is there were certain people that would take videos and camera rolls and do it.
Going through his tablet. I'm scared now.
The dulapa, you mean?
You keep talking about social.
It's a buffet, man. Yeah. I can't see your face anymore, man.
Keep talking social.
When you say dulapo, I picture the dulapo in my Theo's house in Mildura, man, in the old farm, like the big wooden brown one with the mirror.
No, literally weighed 3.5 ton, man. Like, fucking literally a whole tree as a fucking cupboard, man.
Oh, no.
And they will carve that shit.
You're fucked. I remember that song.
Yeah, I remember this song. Oh, no. Oh, man, he should show you a photo of him and his wife in the 80s, man. Oh, so quality. Dude, quality 80s, like, just stinks of the 80s, man. Stinks of the 80s. Oh, that's quality.
Tips of a G-string make my living.
But going back to the 80s tracks, man, like, I mean, now, like, retro synth and synthwave and all that kind of stuff is really coming back again, man.
Why would it be coming back, though? Because it's all cyclical, man.
Told you, man. Dude, tell me about it, huh?
That T-shirt, like just that just loose T-shirt under the cardigan, man. That kills it. And it's got the leather jacket as well. The big
man.
hair, the red lips.
Yeah, man. It's like literally Cyndi Lauper and like,
that stinks of the 80s, man. I think I've got Skiladik or somewhere, you know what I mean?
Dude, is that a leather jacket with like leopard skin sleeves?
Nah, man.
Yeah, dude.
Nah.
What do you mean? Look at the sleeves. Could be.
Nah.
That's quality.
I think that's just the lighting.
Nah, okay.
I think it might just be the lighting.
That's quality. They should be getting that framed, man. That's quality. But, you know, but that style is coming back. That synthwave stuff is massively back in, you know?
Yeah, but that's like all styles
like
of music.
like montage tracks are back in, you know what I mean? Like,
hang on, wait. How old were you guys at the start of the 80s?
I was 16.
1980.
I was 16.
Okay, so you saw it.
I was 13.
So then, what was the fallout from the 70s? Because that was still pretty like
70s was
70s.
good. My late brother, who was right in the disco scene at that time.
Yeah,
he
disco scene, man. That would have been
it was fantastic for me. It was something that I yearned for because I was too young.
Maybe touching on what you're trying to put your finger on.
Don't touch anything that he puts his finger on.
I'll take that back.
Don't do it.
If you had to pick an era, I think, for me personally, I think the peak would have been 75 to 85.
Correct.
As a decade.
Yeah, no doubt.
75 to 85, I think from the music and the style and everything. That was just
from Detroit Rock City. You know, he's talking. He just threw the
Detroit Rock City.
Yeah, he's talking, but he's literally just doing this.
When you talk about the disco scene and Saturday Night Fever was the real, Saturday Night Fever was 1977, I think.
Yeah. But a lot of that stuff started mid-70s. So you'd say 75 to 85, that decade was just gone.
It was just... It was just an era that, and you speak to Lenny's dad. He'll
he would have been all over that.
He was all over it.
Yeah,
all over it. Man, forget it.
All over it like a rash,
like a cheap suit,
or flat out like it is drinking.
I know nothing.
No, because my mum, I remember my mum telling me about the 70s and stuff like that, yeah? And when I see the 70s, it was like the going out scene was like pure kustumia, man. Like you didn't go.
Man,
you've been staying alive.
72, man.
Exactly.
Oh,
72.
That is the photo of photos.
That's a good photo.
All right? Yeah, really. All politically correct. The whole lot of it.
Correct.
This is what
this is the one. So this is the scene I was telling you about. He's literally talking, but he's like shuffling his shoulders, like he's literally in disco mode. Like, have you seen this movie, Detroit Rock City?
Relax.
Oh, Trans Am, man. Quality, man. This is a quality movie. I love this movie.
Neighbor.
But didn't we go out like this as well?
Are you the one with the glasses, George? Yeah, that's George.
We used to put 7, 8, and 9 people in the car.
So that's you and you would get at the front, man.
Mad.
Give me this pizza.
Dude, they're playing Thin Lizzy. Can you hear it? Yeah.
Fuck, man. Only a car full of Stellas and Guidos would ride.
Stellas and Guidos, man. What a name for discos, man. Disco heads.
Listen, everyone here.
Literally, hey, Dim, we're literally the front car, and this is George and his mates in the back car.
I got brains and I'm breaking these
Quality.
Oh God, that's what I think of when I think of the 70s. But like when I see photos, even photos from old man and stuff, man, he was demendo every time he went out. Like there was no.
Oh, there was dress standard. If you wanted to go out,
Even camping, dude. Even camping.
You know the torn jeans and the sneaker look and looking like you've just come out of the garden. Forget it.
That's dude. You pay $300 for a pair of jeans that's been rubbed in mud and it's torn up, man. Come on,
looking like he just came out of
gardening. Literally still wearing the gloves. Pruning, man.
Yeah, they've got the second. They've got the psalili in their hand and the whole lot. Yeah, where I'm going, I'm going out.
That's
Yeah,
actually
hang on a second.
man. Is that telling what was different then? But because like I remember when we were 18,
Standards.
clubbing was always in a shirt.
Always.
Stand-
Never
Jeans-
t-shirt.
Jeans
Never.
you could get away with as long as they were clean, and you always had to have dress shoes.
No, like cuts or anything. No.
But
It's
you always wore a shirt.
always.
There was no chance of getting in without a shirt.
I mean, I'm not saying that it was perfect, but the clubbing was. If you didn't behave yourself, you wouldn't stay in the club.
And look, some bouncers and door bitches and stuff took it to the extreme. But, you know, we mentioned Paladin nightclub, Lazar's. So that was the extreme of if you didn't rock up in a suit, literally, like you're getting ready to get married, forget it. Don't even think about it, all right?
What kind of music did they play there, though?
Huh?
What kind of music was it?
Oh, like the guys in the Trans Am.
Oh, it was disco. Was it disco? Oh,
Yeah, it was a nightclub, but it was made out like look. Picture they were trying to
KC
do
the Sunshine Band.
upper
Man,
class.
I don't know why I'm just
You know,
picturing like is it like 60s or 50s where they were like literally like a singer there. They're all around a table with a.
That's 50s.
And like
you think about Elvis and like those eras.
yeah, like even yeah.
Red Banana. It was a nightclub. The only difference was they tried to make.
We weren't going to a cafe near there, Vlaka.
Can I have a
That's all it
shake and
was.
nuts turn?
Anyway, so but the other nightclubs, they still had dress code. You know, they actually rock up and go, oh no, sorry man, collar, got to wear collar.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it didn't say you had to wear a suit, tie, but there was still dress codes. But then as time went by, it started getting more relaxed. You know what I mean? But even like you said,
Now it's like fucking op
for
shop
you, it was
clothes.
a bit more relaxed like
Forget
what
it.
you were talking about, but you still go, no, you still had to wear a shirt and stuff.
Always,
Whereas
man.
now
It's
you
even a
can rock
question.
up in fucking Havana.
But dude, even the pubs, even like I remember Willisville pub, you couldn't just rock up in a t-shirt. I don't remember, right? Am I right? The Willisville pub and all that, you had to wear.
I went to the
Like,
Willis
even
and
like
Hamilton
any pub,
yeah, you
right?
had to wear
Even
nice thongs.
leather.
What sort?
leather thong.
What sort?
Oh yeah, true. True.
Yeah, that one. The thong.
No, when we went clubbing to any other joint, it was always shirt.
Yeah,
you couldn't
man,
get in with
always.
a tee. Very rarely you get with a tee.
No
That was
way,
like
man.
It was a freak thing if you got in with a tee.
No chance.
And you get pissed off when you saw people wearing shit like that inside. Like, how come he got in like that?
Yeah.
I didn't.
He knew.
You know what I
he
mean?
knew someone. He knew someone.
But we're talking about clubbing here, right? So
Yeah.
between 75 and 85 would have been peak. But then social norms and like social structure was totally different.
Expectations were.
Yeah. How does that all play into? How did it change? Like from then to now?
Oh, it's because probably of categorizations. Like, no, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's just like it's.
It just evolved, man.
It's evolved to a
It
point
evolves. Obviously, the exposure of social media, the exposure of
like being scared to be caught, like be called out. I guess.
you know, I mean, you saw some, some incidents that have been well and truly documented about, where a bouncer would do what they did around the corner, which, I don't subscribe to. Don't get me wrong, but all that image encapsulated everything and probably made the nightclubbing scene a bit of a target, if you know what I mean. Whereas today it's evolved a little bit. There's a lot of more bars, a lot more, where a restaurant becomes a bar. It's a different mindset. It is a different mindset. But, you know, the real notion of getting ready to go out, get dressed.
Oh, look, there's still places like shirt only, I'm sure.
It probably is.
No, there is. It has to be.
Oh, I'm sure there's, but
It is, and it is very heavily regulated these days, and that also makes it a little
the
bit more
biggest
difficult.
weapon these days is reviews and, like, you know, the camera in the face. You know, like,
Correct.
You know, you're walking around like that.
You
it's
go
like
out
almost
anywhere,
like
even if you go out to a concert, and then it infuriates the living crap out of me. You go to a concert, you go everywhere, and when you're trying to see the singer or you're going to see someone on stage, and you see this.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so true. Like, and this is the biggest problem, man. It's like they're recording a concert, right? But, man, you can see so many other concerts, like, online. Like, if you want to see...
If you want to see that POV, just get on YouTube and look it up.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like,
Correct.
if you're going to see, I guess, say, Kiss, for instance, man, you can watch it.
has to slip it in there, you know?
You know what killed me? I can't remember what I was reading about. It was a band. Maybe it was just Kiss in general. I was reading about... No, I got onto them because of this. Can't remember what I looked up. It was a band that disbanded. And for some reason, it pulled up Wikipedia page, bands that disbanded in 2023.
Yeah.
I'm going through it, and Kiss was there. And I just went, like, it hurt for a second. And I'm like, fuck, they actually did disband. Like, they did.
24, man.
No,
2023.
As their final tour thing or something was supposed to end in December.
It was supposed to be 23,
Yeah, in December. But then officially, whatever.
But as per everything they do, they just drag it on, procrastinate.
Correct.
It was called COVID, dude. Come on.
That was quite a while ago, man.
No, but COVID...
Nothing to do with revenue raising at
End
all.
of Road.
No,
End of Road was before COVID,
Go
man.
get your Kiss coffin.
End of Road was before COVID. End of Road tour started before COVID. And then it stopped during COVID.
You know how torn up you are about it, man.
Okay, man. Okay.
All right, here's a question with the thing. Would you rather watch the best cover band ever playing Kiss songs for an hour, right? Or getting a new Kiss album done by a guy doing AI, like rewriting riffs,
that's a
rewriting
good
lyrics
question.
in the style of Gene Simmons
a very
and Paul
good question.
Stanley.
Pretty much the same thing, though.
No, it's not.
I'd rather go to the tribute band
Why?
because they're playing the songs that I like. That's the whole point why I like Kiss. It's their stuff.
Even if the new stuff was done to the same
Caliber.
taste,
but
caliber.
it's in the style of them, but it's not their stuff.
You see?
I differ.
That's gone back to what I'm trying to say before.
If it was as good as the AI that you
The Tupac one, yeah.
that you showed
Is it
before,
a Captain's Easy one?
I think I'd go that way.
I think that's the best way moving forward to keep the style and thing alive. Because that'll inspire more shit.
It's good to keep a nostalgia,
Yeah.
have a piece of nostalgia and have that nostalgic view about things. It's always good, but it also needs to balance itself with moving forward and using the themes that are very important to
Cycled formula, yeah.
and enhancing it.
Such a hater, man.
How am I being a hater, man? How am I being a hater?
Well, the last time we were in here, you were literally talking about hanging on to Tommy Thayer until he was like 80.
Take it
Do you
easy,
remember?
man.
He's
No,
got
it was
some
not
more
like
years
that.
left, and he's 60, bro. Like,
Well, Gene Simmons is doing his own solo tour now. You know that, right?
Because
Really?
he needs the money.
they sold the
He needed the money.
300 million, I think.
40, I think it was like 49%.
I thought it was 300 million.
No, 49% of the actual
So they're
brand.
maintaining.
I think it's not all of it. No,
He's not
Hang on, they sold off everything.
I don't think they sold everything.
Everything.
Did they?
Yep.
I thought it was 300 mil, everything.
Nah, more.
Yeah?
But they've sold
Probably
it
like
to
profit sharing
that
moving
Swedish
Yeah, the guy who owns pop something, yeah.
pop arts or something.
Wouldn't they have some royalty components in there as well?
No, they've sold it off to them.
Including the whole lot.
Sold it.
Well, how much money is
Are you sure it's not 100% of it?
100% they've sold
No,
it.
I know 100%, but 100% of the of the brand.
Yeah, they've sold it.
I thought it was
Net
like,
worth. Gene Simmons is worth $400 million. What, get nothing?
that's insane,
The
right?
Kiss
You asked me
catalogue,
for water.
the Kiss catalogue, the trademark and everything, they've sold it to this Swedish
I know,
mob.
yeah. I thought it was like
And
50,
now
49
they're
or
only
50%.
working with them in a consulting manner. Obviously, they're
Because I guess the kids didn't want anything.
you know. Yeah, but that's like, what's his name? Was it,
Michael Jackson did it before he passed away.
yeah, and,
he did.
was it Bruce Springsteen?
ABBA
Don't
did
know.
it.
Don't know. Bruce Springsteen stole his
Or Bob Dylan? I think Bruce Springsteen's done it too.
artists who have sold.
They're at that age now where they've gone,
I think we
do you want to pay me for all my stuff? Yeah,
I think we did talk about
Okay, here
this.
we go. Yeah, Bruce Springsteen's done it.
yeah,
Yeah.
for big bucks.
Yeah, Bruce Springsteen did.
I think
500 million.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus. Bob Dylan did it.
Yeah, that's right. It was Bob Dylan.
Blockbuster history, he sold it for 200 million. That
Wow.
was 20, yeah. Obviously gone, whatever.
Yeah.
600 songs. 200 million. Paul Simon did it.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Kiss has done the same thing to these guys.
Neil Young has done it. David Bowie did it. Taylor Swift did it. Taylor Swift did it, then re-recorded all the songs.
Yeah, that's
fuck.
dirty, man.
how does that work?
Because
shifty. That's shifty.
she got shafted by her original producer, manager, whoever the hell he was. I can't
That
remember
was
his
for a
name.
different
Scooter.
motive, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's like, stuff him. I'll just re-record the songs before I get rid of him, and then that's it. Kiss did it. Justin Bieber has done it. He recently did it. Sting, Phil Collins, Shakira, and Stevie Nicks.
Oh wow, that's quite
Yeah.
a few.
There's more.
And we actually
impressive.
dabbled on this before, Dim, but aren't they doing it with even likeliness of people? Like, say, for instance, aren't they, because of this whole deep
AI
fake
thing.
stuff?
I don't know if
and
any of the other ones that we
they're selling
mentioned-
their face. Aren't they selling their face?
Yeah,
or
but
all
I
that?
don't think any of the others. I think for Bob Dylan and all that, it was more, here's my recording.
Here's what I've done.
catalog.
Give me some money for it.
Whereas,
Give me money.
Whereas Kiss is taking it to the next level because they already had merchandising arm and everything and fucking, trademarks of their face and everything. So they've sold that off as well.
Because the same people. though.
Well, they didn't do an album called Psycho Circus for nothing. They are literally a circus. So.
Yeah, but Hulk Hogan did that.
Likeliness.
Yeah, because WWF owned the trademark to Hulkamania. So when he went to WCW, he became Hollywood Hogan under
Yes,
a new name.
that's
He
right.
wasn't
Correct.
out as Hulk Hogan anymore. He was
Correct.
Hollywood
No,
Hogan.
but I mean,
it's
like, say,
called
for instance, what I'm talking about now, because with AI, they can actually generate movies with, I guess, people who look like, well, say, for instance, let's talk about Arnie, right? So they can make a new Terminator if they want. I'm not sure how good the technology is, but they can actually put Arnie in a movie, but it's not Arnie anymore. Can Arnie actually sell his likeliness of like how he looks like to this company to say this is Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Well, they
or
already
whatever.
did that in the last
But
Terminator.
he doesn't have rights to his looks anymore.
Hang on.
And in movies, like, you know what I mean?
Arnold.
Oh, it depends who owns that copyright.
Well, I mean,
trademark,
if
you know what I mean?
Arnie owns it, can he sell it though? That's what I'm asking.
Likeness rights. Let's just have a look.
Yeah.
His name, voice, and likeness are not in the public domain. If you use them for commercial purposes, you're potentially liable for damages. So that's it. He'd get
That's it.
royalties. Surely. Like, in the last Terminator, where they've got him in, like, they do that opening scene where he shoots John Connor.
in like T2 style. Yeah,
Yeah, and they used John Connor, the model of him, then they used Arnie as well. It looked legit. It
Looks
didn't look
amazing,
fake at
man.
all.
Do you remember the first time you saw that and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, yeah.
And then
Brain broke.
yeah, man, it
He would have
literally.
gotten paid for that, 100%.
Yeah.
Just for that in itself.
But I mean, can he sell the rights to it though?
Oh,
If
is he
wants it-
completely?
Like he's like, I want 200
wouldn't he?
million for my likeliness, and then I don't have to worry about it. And then
Surely.
and
It's all part of
Day and
IP.
age, if you can find a buyer for something, then you can sell
All
it.
part of that IP, isn't it?
Yeah, surely you can. Hang on. Likeness rights.
Can you find someone who wants what you've got to sell?
Hey, Tim, on a different tangent, I see the Carlton Football Club.
Oh
Yeah, don't start, man. If you're here to kick me while I'm down, I can't be bothered.
Well, they're second on the ladder.
Yeah,
How
we're
can
not
I-
there yet. I've got PTSD, man, for 30 years. Like, seriously. It's too much.
He can't help himself.
You know, 30 years before that, they gave me that too. And I'm still suffering from it
Look,
today.
we're having a good run, but I'm not sold, man. I don't buy it. The only thing that I'm sitting on where it's like, okay, is the fact that we've played the whole top 8 and we've done well nearly against everyone.
Nearly.
Yeah, all right, man. All right. What do you want me to say? We had our whole squad out. 2/3 of the squad was out playing these clowns. You
Now,
want
do you that?
to complain about depth now? All right, man.
I knew I'd start something.
Don't. We'll be here forever, man. Like, look,
That's a whole other podcast.
They've done well.
I'm not saying your boys aren't doing well. You got some guns, all right? I'm just saying I'm holding them until they've hatched. I'm still waiting.
They're actually the best they've looked since 95.
Yeah, I'll give you that. But the 95 team was unstoppable, man. There was no
That
way.
was 2 games for the year.
You look, yeah, and to who? You hack teams, man. You see the squad on paper and you froth like, man, like individually they're all guns. And that's what we've done now. We've lined up the guns.
2002 was a bad year for you guys. Sets
Yeah.
back 20 years.
I know. I was finishing high school. It was the worst year. You didn't follow the footy there? At all?
Soccer.
Just soccer? How many leagues do you follow?
Oh, mainly Premier League, man. Liverpool.
Just Premier League?
Yeah.
You don't
I
follow
mean,
like the
No,
Bundesliga
we
or
follow
like...
a lot of stuff, but it's all about Premier League, yeah.
Okay, cool. I don't know. Like, I find it odd. Like, yeah, guys that follow the soccer...
George watches the Premier League from a bit of a distance
See,
because he's a Leeds man.
he likes taking the piss out of him.
So he can sit there and look at you go, I notice on your phone, no. Two can play that game there.
Yeah, but I was talking to him. I wasn't talking to you.
You're an atheist when it comes to sport, huh?
He's a gummy setter.
I like that too.
Nah, like, some
We get
people
it.
don't get it.
No, I know what you mean, yeah.
Balls around and
Okay, no, hang on. Do you actually follow his sport? There's no right or wrong.
wrestling.
Well, you said wrestling's not a sport.
That's not a sport.
Yeah, it is, mate.
Mud wrestling.
Greco-Roman wrestling is a sport. WWE and co is not.
We really don't want to know what you do at home, Costa.
Okay, wait a second. Hang on. Let me ask you, why aren't you into sports? Generally.
And there's no right or wrong.
There's
I get what he's
there's
saying.
no right or wrong, man.
It's more
100%.
curiosity.
Yeah.
Just, I guess, interest. Like, I know, mate, I'm telling you,
Well,
probably
obviously
95% of my mates love sport, like of some sort, like, but religious, like
Yeah,
at
I'm
least
thinking-
football or soccer. And you know exactly.
Malaka, I'm thinking of the last birthdays we've been to, like
Yeah.
for all the boys
Yeah.
in Mulgrave. They're all sports mad.
Hard,
Whether it's
like,
EPL,
yeah,
AFL, they'll go
everything.
nuts. You know, NBA they can even name, you know?
Not into the NBA. I know my boys are, but
I
Yeah,
feel
I
out of
don't
the-
mind it. I don't mind it.
I loved the NBA growing up while I played the sport, and then in my sort of early mid-teens, I stopped playing the sport, started focusing on music, so then I forgot about it. Then the league changed. I tried to get into it. I was talking to my mate about it the other day. I'm looking at players that I know the names of. I'm like, wasn't he at LA last year? I was like, my mate's explained to me because there's no loyalty anymore.
No.
It's just
But
franchising.
that's with a lot of sports now.
Yeah, it's
You
just
know,
franchising.
Players just fucking.
I can't do it. AFL, I feel, is still trying to hold some form of integrity, but it's still going down the shitter.
the AFL, the way that the AFL is structured around its fixturing and you know, this home and away concept, it's not fair. And McRae made a very good point in one of his presses earlier this year. Accept the fact that it's not fair.
Yeah.
And then move on.
Yeah. So, going back, why is it that you're not actually into sports? Considering that, like most of our mates, like that we share
Because
anyway.
I'm like, I have other interests. Like when it comes to like music, when it comes to, you know, video games, stuff like that. My mind's onto that more than sport, I guess. Like,
Did you play sport growing up?
Think about like, you know, other mates like, you know, since Al and shit like that, mate. Ask him the same question.
No.
Like,
Did you play any sport when you were young?
yeah, soccer. When, at one turner.
To how long? How old were you when you started?
Did you play at the Cretan? Where the
Oh, that's
Cretans?
the Cretans, yeah.
And, I don't know, man, probably mid-teens. Like, I just had no interest. And then, I guess just
The boys were stronger and faster than him.
What sport did you play, man?
Me?
Yeah.
I played basketball for most of my freaking childhood up until mid-teens.
For a team or for
teams.
yourself?
No, for teams. Yeah, first team I
Well,
played for was
look,
10.
I know some guys are into.
I did self-defense until I was in my early teens.
I know some guys.
Yeah, that's so you don't
not,
get
not
touched.
so much into AFL soccer or anything like that. They're more into say cars. You know, like
Yeah, me too,
Yeah,
man.
I followed
racing.
I followed the
stuff like
F1.
that. Yeah,
For years.
there's obviously people who are into all of that stuff, but I
Yeah.
do find some of my friends, they might be into more footy type stuff. Some are more into cars. Some might be into music more. You can get a bit of branching out. You know
And
what I mean?
diversity is good.
Why does this become a campaign like he's going to get elected for president? And diversity is good. Like, what the fuck, man?
You're a fuckwit.
This guy's vote.
Guy with the golden socks.
So think about it like this, like with wrestling, right? When did you figure out wrestling wasn't real?
And it's okay to admit it, man.
There was one,
You can enjoy
there was
it
one part.
without knowing
There was one
it's not
part in
real.
2024 where I was like, "Hang on a second."
2024, like last paper.
Yeah.
Did I just see?
Did they say you jumped now?
My eldest son is religious on this shit.
How old is he?
35.
It's literally like
And he's full
religious
on
to
into
what?
it.
What, soccer?
No,
wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is he religious because he thinks it's real?
No,
because he just loves
he loves the theatre.
Okay, because that's what I'm saying. When I look at it now, okay,
It's the theatre of.
when I was a kid,
But
right?
you watch them train, dude. You watch
Hang
them
on
train.
it.
Yeah, ask me a
We're
question.
not
man.
disputing their athleticism.
Yeah.
That's not what we're
It's still
talking
a
about.
sport.
We're talking.
It's called sports entertainment.
I can't. This is why I can't call it a sport.
It's staged, man.
It's
Yeah, but-
sports entertainment, right?
Yeah, but it's
I'll
entertainment.
get that. I'll get that. I'll get it's entertainment. Okay, hang on, wait. When I was a kid,
Well,
and
and
I-
soccer isn't.
They go,
Oh!
no, that's staging. It's different. Bad. When I was a kid, I watched it and I full bought into the trope. Yeah, Undertaker coming out, lights are dim, the theatrics of
Oh,
it.
man. Paul
And-
Bearer behind him.
Yeah, and
to
then
a point, you believed in it,
I
didn't
believed
you?
it. And
Yes.
my mum was like, this is shit. Like, it's fake. Like, my mum said it.
Shut up, Mom!
Yeah, in the early 90s, she's like, this is fake. Like, what are you following it? Blah, 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 right? So you think about it the way you think about Santa not being real, yeah?
Yeah.
Then you figure it out because it's like, yeah, you're right. This is bullshit. Like, you can see him take a drop kick and the guy's a meter away from him, right? Bought the attitude era came in, so like mid to late 90s.
Austin. And,
Yeah.
mhm.
And
Rock.
I bought into it just because of the hype of the characters, yeah, and the storylines. At some point, you start appreciating the story element of it, the theatrics, and all that.
Like you're watching a good musical stage show or something.
Yeah, like
you know
a
what
theater.
I mean?
Because we're Greeks.
that's it.
Because we're Greeks, we can buy into it, right?
The Undertaker.
Shawn Michaels.
You were playing fucking hours of
I
fucking...
know. I can buy into it, and I can appreciate the athleticism and the physicality and what they do to themselves and all that, right? Totally get on it. But as an adult, I can't buy it. It's not a sport. Like, it's just pure theatre. That's why
Yes.
It is.
it's like, and that's why I can't get into it anymore. Where it's like you follow it obsessively,
Yeah.
because it's like following a soap opera. You know what I mean? It's a soap opera.
Yeah.
It's a physical. It's
especially when in between the matches, when they do all the, they get in the ring and they go,
all the posturing and all that shit. Yeah,
all that sort of shit. It's all fun shit,
Theatrics.
man.
that's the thing.
That's it.
Hang
It's
on.
theatrics.
I'm not knocking anyone that likes it, but what I'm saying is I see it now as the way I would see a soap opera, right? And that's left in the 90s because for me, it's got the same thing. The villainousness, like the villainy, the tyranny,
babyface
the
versus...
babyface,
Yeah.
the highs, the lows,
Yeah.
the build up, the twists, you know what I mean? Turning and all that sort of shit. It's theatre. And I can't get into it and support characters that I see in live theatre. I go to the live theatre, I watch the theatre, and I leave. Yeah, because they're all 80s and 90s icons, man. They are representative of my childhood. Yeah?
Best one, right?
Go on.
Savage.
Savage.
And
Savage was me.
Ultimate Warrior was my favourite.
Yeah,
Ultimate
Savage, Ultimate Warrior, and Hogan were my favourites.
Yeah, Hogan from-
young. Then when
Hogan.
Razor came around, that was it. I was done. Because he was a wog, man.
Razor Ramon.
Well, it was an
Scott Hall.
American
Scott Hall
playing a
too.
Cuban.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he was just the woggiest guy you could see on wrestling in the 90s, man. But what I'm saying is I can't physically support it and barrack for it like I barrack for the footy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I was saying, because it's not true sport,
Yeah.
where they actually...
Something's at stake.
It's right.
Whatever, man. You can go play with your round balls and all.
A rebuttal from the right. Whatever,
Yeah,
man.
you play with your cultures.
No, but that's why I'm just asking, man.
That's why we're drawing the line between that's why I said I appreciate their athleticism and all that. I'm not saying they're not, they train hard, everything, all that goes with it. But that's no different from, say, a top-notch dancer, ballet dancer or whatever, that trains super hard to be in peak fitness for his chosen, stage show or whatever.
Yeah,
but it's all a show.
Have you gone to the ballet?
No, but I wouldn't mind.
Okay.
But you get what I'm saying?
What was that?
It's about theatrics and a show versus what actually makes it a sport.
Could you go to the ballet?
Yeah, but that's pretty much like watching soccer players prance around in ballet, isn't it?
He said he'd go to the ballet.
Yeah.
Trigger.
It's that monkey in the little cart running around. The bear.
Look, man.
Hang on, I gotta find this. Continue. Sorry, there.
No, look. At the end of the day, man,
Bring up Swan Lake and put it in there.
hang on. Like, let's talk about fucking some pay-per-views and shit like that. The numbers that they reel in are just astronomical, man.
No one's doubting that.
Hey, you're talking
I mean,
about
your
the
son
wrestling
watching
again.
it, stuff like
We're
that.
not doubting
but it's
it's
Is it
popular.
competitive?
It's
It's not a competitive sport.
It's entertainment.
It's not a sport, it's
competitive.
entertainment.
No, it's not a competitive sport.
Okay, the true meaning of the word sport is it means it's a competition.
Not necessarily. Bring up the meaning of sport. It's
The
not a
actual meaning?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
I'm going to belt him.
The meaning of sport. An activity. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is going to be good. An activity involving physical exertion and skill in which an individual or team competes against another or others for entertainment.
Entertainment.
Competes.
Competes.
Yeah. For
Not
entertainment.
stages. Not stages. Competes.
Keyword. See, compete.
Competes is the key word.
Oh, okay, because there's no such thing as fixing in other sports, right?
Meaning of compete.
Illegal fixing.
What?
But if that's caught,
Okay.
that's punished.
So, compete. Verb. Strive to gain or win something by defeating or establishing superiority over others.
Correct.
That's it.
By taunts and...
Now you're just picturing, what's it called? Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo in the breakdance fight. That was the worst, man.
That was quality.
Do you remember the fight?
He said,
under the
if that was a
overpass?
sport, I'd watch that.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, man.
Do you remember the scene under the overpass where they have the fight? Hang on a second. Bro, I was watching it the other day and I couldn't understand how anyone thought this was the shit back in the day, man. Breaking
This guy still does, man.
breakdance fighting. Seriously, you don't remember this scene? This scene was brutal, man. Brutality, like dead set.
Oh, my God.
Hang on.
Might as well play Michael Jackson, beat it.
Yeah.
Nah, oh yeah, like beat it, like the
you know
fun
what I
dance
mean,
off.
that's right.
Yeah. Okay, I remember I grew up watching that clip, so that triggers something in me, man. But I got something to say about that one as well.
But you know what I mean. It's
Oh,
the same
100%.
thing.
Oh,
Try me.
I'll go home and watch this now.
Why are we watching this, man?
shut up there. This is the shit.
It's time for us to find out who's really the best with the freshest crew. No time.
Is this Ice T?
With that, all there is left is
That's Ice T.
Yeah, it is.
That's Ice T.
Yeah. When he was good.
Come on, bro.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh, you're killing me.
There's too much awesomeness on YouTube. You can't play it all.
That's awesomeness.
Too much awesomeness.
someone will win,
Hang on, I'll pause it.
but we must battle to decide. Keep it true. Someone will win, someone will lose, but we must battle to decide. Keep the honor and the pride. We've got the move, you've got the beat, we've got the power.
The hairstyles.
Experience will give you that, but the test is combat.
Man, this is awesome. I'll watch this as a sport.
Okay, so here's a question. All right, this is 1984. So you're like what?
20.
16, 17, somewhere.
Yeah,
I'm 20.
yeah.
All right. So you guys are in peak understanding of pop culture and all that sort of shit, right? I was born in 84. So I just
Go.
I just got to understand.
You were already working at that time.
Yeah, you already shift.
You already had a bit.
First birthday on. They had a cake for me. I had a midnight shift, man.
I saved him a piece when he came home from work.
Yeah, I was on the forking.
He was already on the dance. How's your day? Don't even ask.
All right. No, hang on. Because I see this now, yeah, and I die. Like, I can't. Like, it's the ultimate cringe from the 80s as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, you're right.
What did you guys think when you saw this shit back
What
then?
did I think when I saw this?
Then.
I will admit, we had a ghetto blaster.
Okay.
We had
The cardboard?
I don't know where we found it, but it was a piece of cardboard, probably the size of this rug at least, this room.
And you did it.
And we were doing that shit.
Do you know why?
We were practicing the spins and the...
I'll tell you why. I remember my Vaftisya. How old are you, Vaftisya? 1? Yeah.
How do you remember your Vaftisya?
'Cause I saw the video of it later
Oh, okay,
on,
now
man.
that's the difference. I remember my Vaftisya.
No.
I was 6 months old.
So you saw a recap of
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched the highlight reel of my christening.
highlight.
And I don't know who the kids were, but they were in their teens, mid-teens, late teens.
Yeah.
They
And
were
they're
in
doing
the
the shit.
white,
Yeah.
and they
doing
had
the
the
shit.
cardboard out.
No shit.
At the reception, man.
No.
And they were doing moves. Legit.
I thought ours was bad.
No.
We were doing it
No, that's
outside my house.
killer. That's
You know,
killer.
like the guys hanging out, you know,
Yeah.
would get together. They're not at fucking your Vaftisya.
No, legit.
Come back. Come back.
What do you remember?
Scatter. Rubbish.
Obviously, this is America, yeah, so
No.
it's probably a bit far.
Not for me. No cardboards, no ghettos, no
What were
nothing.
you doing in your 20s?
What was I doing in my 20s?
Probably having
Smoking
kids.
tarts, getting laid. Usual shit.
The usual shit. Just turns into a dice stand up. What were you, honestly, say 84. 84, what were you doing?
84, I was working and I was a student.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you going to hammer him for that?
I was working, I can tell you, I was working at the Turf Club Hotel, which
Where's the Turf Club Hotel?
is now Dan Murphy's at Caulfield.
No
Dan
way.
Murphy's in Caulfield. Where's that?
What?
Dan Murphy's. Oh, on the corner. Yeah, okay.
There used to be a pub. That's
Yeah.
where I was doing.
Next to the...
You were
what's it called? What's the name of the hotel? Seabull. Yeah, next block over.
no shit. That's insane.
But did these heads walk around Melbourne?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
they
like
did.
this?
Yeah, and they had the big veranda haircut,
Oh,
with
that's
the
mad.
veranda hairdos, and they were wearing all this crap.
Yeah, but was it popular or was it just like a
Hang on.
niche
Here's a
thing
good
that-
question. Here's a
No,
good
it
question.
was.
Here's a good
It
question.
actually was. It wasn't
it
wasn't my cup of tea. I put my
Yeah,
hand
but
up.
I'm sure you would have gone
But
to
it-
parties and stuff.
Oh, 100%.
I'm not saying they would have broken out the cardboard, but the music and the moves, and you know the old when they do the circle,
Yeah.
and some.
But that circle's still happening in our time too.
Yeah.
I know someone, Malapeda's brother. He did this crap.
Who? 40 or Tony?
40.
There you go.
Of course there's a 40,
Forty
man.
and Tony, man. Fucking hell.
Yeah,
man.
because I got a cousin named 40.
Yeah.
It's pure like 70.
Do you
know what I mean?
remember what you were wearing in 84? Like, what was your
84?
go-to clothing in 84? That's a good question. Because, I mean, looking at
84.
that,
Well, that's just one.
Well, you've seen it.
One crew. Yeah.
is that 84?
Probably around that
I'm
time.
picturing like Don Johnson shit from Miami Vice.
big
So
time.
that was pure Miami Vice.
Why is that?
No,
Yeah,
I was big the Don Johnson look. I was.
Yeah, but
Mate,
for us-
that stinks
but
of
for
Miami.
us, it
That's
was
taken
like
from
a
Miami
dual
Vice.
persona, going around, mucking around. It'd be more, the Adidas gear and stuff and all that. But then going out, that's when we switched personas to, I agree with you, the old Don Johnson thing.
Yeah, but then there's the third Andrew as well, where he would probably wear, ripped jeans, Megadeth t-shirt.
But that depends what venue you're going to.
So this guy has all genres. He was a
Chameleon.
comedian, man. Yeah, man. 100%. He'll wear like Megadeth,
Cat house.
probably put fucking makeup
that's
on.
what I'm saying.
Cat house.
Did you go to the cat house?
Even Chasers had what was it called? Was it Hard something?
Yeah, it was.
Hard and heavy.
Look, not far from it, but it was a theme
what
along
am-
those. Because don't forget, back then, that's when in the early days, I'm talking about. I mean, there was always rock music and all that, but where it started getting popular was things like you started hearing Billy Idol and all that in the clubs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where it started
White
bleeding over.
wedding.
When did Bowie get played in the clubs?
Look, I'm talking about more where it turned into from, it used to be nightclubs that was just club music.
Yeah.
And then I started putting theme nights of
Poppy shit or whatever.
Rock and metal and stuff, where it started becoming, you hear Kiss, you hear Def Leppard, you hear Bon Jovi, you hear, it turned into those nights, and they started taking over, it was becoming that popular there, where the nightclubs go, okay, on this particular night, it's going to be just hard and heavy. Actually, I think it was called Hard and Heavy at Traces.
Really?